Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go their paid subscribe star, which is $5 a month. Is it a month? I'm not sure. But yeah, you could go there. So, nonetheless, let's play. We caught up to Murdoch's route, apparently, because that makes a bunch of sense. Because you remember at the end of Murdoch's route, the girls were in the cave system, something was happening to the Hendricks, the place was on fire, and Nick ran into the little girls. You know, these little girls. But, yeah, what happened for us was that we ran into Briggs. At which point he's like, okay, everybody just stand right there. Hey, Ben, here's this gun. There isn't a bullet in the chamber. Put it in your mouth and pull the trigger. At which point he's like, well, I'm gonna follow the boss. Bang. So, then he was like, okay, you guys, there's these fuses going to every which way. Light them. And these guys will watch you, and I'm gonna walk away, and you guys will be rich. In which case, we're like, yeah, he might not be telling the truth. So we pretend, well, we did light one or two, but then tackled the guards, took them downish. Briggs was shot, but escaped, and yeah, they already set the Hendricks' house on fire. But also lit some of the things because there's a whole bunch of explosions. We climbed out the thing and then got to the cat girls and rabbit, and now we're trying to escape. Also, there's that madman we forgot about in the Murdoch's route. Yeah. The one killing girls and stuff like that. Give me one sec. But now, yeah, we'll continue. Oh, and main character is going sideways. I try to stand up with it, but I feel like I'm falling. I expect a sudden hard, painful, gritty slam that comes after you make a fool of yourself, but it never comes. I feel damp fur and strong muscle grip me, and then pull me over an arm. You lost a lot of blood. I wouldn't think so if you were shot in the hand. Oh no. You do need yet another. You do not need yet another injury. What's that supposed to mean? Nick slides up next to me. Oh, hop, hop, you hush herb. There will be no wedding without you. Or lush herb? The cat gives him a funny look. But I can tell from the look on Nick's face that he's remembering something. Something he's never told me about. Something I do not need to know. That's just for him. He picks up his pace, and the girl speeds up with him to match him. This way. I see a bit of paint on the rock wall that leads us down a passageway I hadn't seen before. It doesn't exactly look finished, and there isn't any mine railing on the floor. We feel another explosion. I stumble again and lose my footing, nearly pulling the two of them down with me. But they stand resolute, in spite of my weight, and in spite of the smothering scent of our sweat, our blood, and the smoke and fire. Oh, Hop, Hop, you poor thing. May God help you. Oh, poor Hop. The beams of light shine through the cave walls as we climb. Then we come to the end of a tunnel. That looks like plywood. It's a dead end. The cat walks over and knocks a piece of plywood to the side, gesturing to it and looking at me like I'm slow. The girl goes first. Wait, me? Wasn't Nick? Oh, okay. It was a slow man. The girl goes first. I see the cat hop strategically to the side for some reason, as she does through the passage, and doesn't take me long to see why. I almost stumble again against something squishy on the floor. The hell? Yeah, that's a whole man. I blink and look down. It's a familiar-looking fox with tawny fur, though I'm not sure if I can place where he's from. Tawny fur? Let me just look at what tawny is, sorry. Orange, brown, or yellowish brown color. Doesn't ring a bell. I'm not sure if I can place where he's from. I think I saw him serving drinks at the Stag. Ain't this the barkeep over at that place y'all took me to? I've seen him there, yes. He has helped some people in the town who have otherwise not been able to find themselves here. It makes sense that he would have the connection to the train, from the train to the tunnels. He's dead? Will be soon if we leave him in the way of the smoke. The guy gets beat up all the time. I've seen him pass out in all sorts of places. I'm not going to bother asking any number of the many questions in my head, so I have to leave it be. I'll drag him outside. I drag myself out, still a little dizzy as before, still just as dizzy as before, expecting to have shielded my eyes from the sun. But instead, the sky is red as can be. I thought it was like some kind of weird thing that caused the fire, but I guess it was breaks. Smoke is in the air, and I can see flames in the distance, coming all the way from the hilltop. I can see a crowd amassing at the train station, likely clamoring for tickets with frantic buzz. Holy shit. My eyes are watering, and my nostrils feel like they're irritated. I cover my mouth and nose with my shirt because there's so much smoke in the air already. But I'm glad to see a familiar face. William! Sam! What the hell happened to your tooth? The hell happened to your hand? Long story. Same for me. The Hendricks Manor caught a flame right after the National Guard calmed down. Did everybody make it out? Oh yeah, I remember there was, for lack of a better term, the Chinese-esque guy. I was like, give me a break. But yeah, the guy that has, like, missing fingers and stuff like that, like he was gonna burn something down. We're not sure yet. James Hendricks is still missing. The guard still hauling buckets up and down from Lake Emma to put it out. Doubt they'll save the downtown, though. I feel myself seizing up. Downtown's on fire, too? Just about everywhere an echo is. Seems like it started because of a connected underground fire. At least for most of the places, as far as we can tell. Shit. Couldn't stop it. Nick. Will. We gotta go back into town. The fire's worse there. We need to check on the madame. What? She was good to me. She looked after me. I could have run away 1,000 times. I would have, but I couldn't leave her like this. She's got people, Sam. I'm her people. So are we, damn you! I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. Everything, everywhere, looks bathed in red light from smoke and from firelight. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it feels like the end of the world. In a way, it is the end of the world for most of the people who live here. Most folks walking on the road past me have bags, suitcases, and they're moving the opposite direction. That'd be hot. From here, I can see the town is torched. The upper scale menswear store has its glass kicked in. I'm surprised that last printing press in town looks like the only thing I can recognize that hasn't caught fire yet. That, and the Red's general store. The Hip, however. It wasn't so lucky. I arrived just in time to see one of the artisan glass windows shatter from the pressure of the heat. Men and women surround the place, and townsfolk and guardsmen bring buckets after bucket of lake water. There are a few brothel girls I don't recognize, standing around, crying their eyes out. I see Dora's tall silhouette against the front of the flames, just a suitcase on her side, still smoking. You're safe. She turns her head. Sam? I didn't think I'd be seeing you again. You probably wouldn't have if things didn't get so bad. I guess that makes you a bad luck man. She smirks. I'd hate to say it, but a part of me feel like we're always gonna go down in flames. I just didn't expect the whole damn town to go with us. I have my contingency plan, Sam, but this is pretty goddamn bad. The sign on the front of the hip falls to the ground, with a loud crash. Until then, we'll find some way to hold the girls over. We always do. But as stubborn as I am, even I have to admit, everything must have come to a close today. Must come to a close today. It's a bit ironic that the day that Harlan wanted most is the day he goes missing. The rabbit? Yeah, his whole thing is kind of weird. Because all we know is that, like, he had this weird suitcase filled with Native American stuff in there. Missing? His office was cleaned out before the fire. He took off, as far as I know. It's not exactly like him, but he hasn't exactly been like himself for a very long time. Oh, could he be the serial killer? You know, I was going to leave Miss Towsey the business, but a donation of Mag6 is hardly a gift. You haven't seen her, have you? I have no idea who she's talking about. I told her to take the trip to Peyton. Oh, maybe, Cynthia. Sounds like you had a feeling. Would you have left a few days ago if I told you I did? She takes a drag on her cigarette, then blows. Probably not. But it would have been appreciated nonetheless. I feel somebody walk up behind us. He holds something up, which I realize a little too late as a camera. But I run out of focus before he can take the shot. The fuck are you doing? Just documenting the current damage to the hip. Don't take any fucking pictures without my permission. Especially not in front of property damage. You hear? Loud and clear, but it's usually just to get figures for scale. This wasn't meant to be anything incriminating. If it makes you feel better, you probably blurred the image. Whatever. If everybody's fine then, I'm done here. If you're heading to the station, could you carry an old woman's bags? Just once more, for old time's sake. Sure. Very good. You can have what's in the front pocket. So long as you don't open it until you get there. Why? Because I'm not the sentimental type when it comes to goodbyes. I'll come find you in time, if I'm able. I push the luggage cart, which is probably heavy in spite of its wheels. I probably shouldn't have taken Harlan for granted, considering how willing he was to wheel our stuff around. But it does feel weird to know this will be the last errand I run for the madame. Back at the station, the crowd has nearly doubled. Thankfully, I hear chugging in the distance. Sam! Nick sees me before I see him. I got our tickets. We're on our way out on the first arrival. First class, too. Since when can you afford first class? Holy shit, William. I didn't even see you this time. Good to know I'm not rusty. It's good I ran into you again anyhow. I gotta whisper something. He tilts his ear my way. Go ahead. I know, the guy who did it will. Me and Nick both saw. It was Briggs. The other co-workers of the mine. Will chuffs. Well, of course he did. You knew? Not that he wasn't an arsonist, Not that he was an arsonist. No. Though, not like it matters much right now, when the first party is putting out the fires. Can you arrest him now? Not like there's anywhere we can jail him without a manhunt and hog-tying him with rope. Your suspect is involved in a whole lot of other situations that are time-sensitive and case-sensitive. I wouldn't tell anybody about it unless you have a considerable number of witnesses. Ain't shit I can do about that until this reaches federal court. The hell's that supposed to mean? You're the sheriff. Go on the sheriffin'. Not so much left to sheriff, Sam. Especially if both halves of the most important economic force are missing, and the place's economy just burst in flames. This place is doomed. But you're still the law. You're still wearing your badge and everything. He plucks the badge off of his front pocket and tosses it to me. Catch. I snatch it as quick as I can out of the air and make sure it doesn't drop. You giving me this? 'Cause I've resigned just an hour ago. I'm leaving that information, well, what information I know, for Miss Hendricks. What? Keep it to remember and buy. Or just throw it away. It's worthless copper. Who's gonna need copper these days? What the hell? Don't be so dramatic. You want to see me again? Come find me in Peyton, because this town isn't my problem anymore. Tickets are flying fast. I suggest you guard that slip of paper like it's treasure for the time being. I'm gonna go help putting the fires out before I see you elsewhere. It's like I said before, boys. Survive. Till next we meet. He vanishes into the crowd. The chugging of the train gets louder. It pulls in for a stop as crowds swarm it restlessly. Hey, at least you're here. Fancy seeing you again, my friends. Dmitri! Nikolai! The two clap each other on the back. I'm surprised he takes me in for a warm embrace as well. He has a warm, boozy smell to him. All aboard the Painted Express, eh? Oh yeah, his foot's broken or something. Aye. I hear it's not as developed as Echo. Or, as developed as it used to be. True, but at least it isn't hell. I hear they need work. Now, won't be problems with the huge influx of people. None if they're receptive to the right push in urban planning. I could lend them my expertise in the matter if they're receptive. Well, look who kept the fur unsinged. Their fur unsinged. I thought y'all were charcoal when I saw you sneak on through that cave. No offense, but I'm surprised to see you're alive as well. The Reaper ain't fast enough to catch me yet. Say, if we're all going in the same direction and the same place, y'all mind if we stacked up for a bit, alright? I'd figure money is tight between the lot of us. Don't see why not. It's what we're doing before anyway. Manpower is more important than money in times of crisis anyway. You could all learn a thing or two about living off the land. Any objections, Sam? Sounds more or less like the same as we've been doing. But let's play it by ear. I see another figure in the crowd. Try and keep his head low. But I recognize his cap anywhere. Did they have baseball caps back then? Before I can get to him, the hard, cold muscle of another person's body bumps into me. Ugh. You again? He looks more flustered than panicked. Or maybe just exhausted. How's it that every time something goes wrong, I manage to run into you? When aren't things going wrong here? We were doing pretty damn good last decade, all things considered. I take a look at his bag at his feet. You leaving for Peyton? Are you slow? I'll be back in town when the fire's dead. Do you think we'll be held responsible for cleaning up this mess? I wince a little at the thought. You think you can? He grunts. You think there's anyone else? Ain't shit I can do anyway, till that's the case. And it's not like I want to fall asleep and wake up with a black lung. He looks away briefly as a family of otters passes through, pushing their way against us. Is that really the reason you're staying? His head snaps to me very quickly. It makes me a little more confident in my guess. A paycheck is a paycheck, buddy. I lean to look past him to the right, then to the left. I don't see your brother at the station. Now, why the hell would you? Snakes crawl on their bellies. Did he know about this? That all of this was going to happen? He grunts again. Can't say for sure. But if he's alive, he'll show up eventually. And then I'll find out. He nods slowly. A cluster of tumbleweeds passes us by in the distance. The fire casts long shadows of struck tightly over clasping branches. Welp. I got a feeling we won't be seeing each other again. So, Let's make ourselves scarce. Make sure to take care of yourself, Mr. Ayers. Family sure as hell won't. He bends his legs, picks up his luggage, and turns from me without looking back. I still can't decide if I like him or not. But it's hard not to wish luck after everything he's gone through, and everything he has coming. But I don't have time to think about that for long. I still need to find Yao. I push past a few more crowds of people, searching, feeling as if I don't find him, I won't be able to find him at all. But then, I see a striped man. I grab his sleeve with my good hand, and he twirls around. He presses me against the wall of the station, only relaxing when he realizes it's me. Hi. That was just another one of your not-so-good ideas. You are lucky I have become familiar with your touch. Ha ha ha. I'd make an easy joke if I were in the mood for joking. Clearly, you have something you want to say. Also, where's our gold anyways? Because I don't remember us going to grab gold. You should say it before I go. Oh, that's sort of it. Why do you have to go? Ain't everything over? Briggs is still alive, and at large. William said he's going to take care of him. The cop? I guess he's technically ain't anymore. I see. So, that means you don't need to worry about too much, don't you think? If they look for us, better they not find us all in one place. But nobody knows about, you know, what we took. It's still smarter to separate. Let's be together. We've been through too much to go our separate ways. I don't want you to go. Why? Can we just say friend? True friendships do not end, even if they're oceans apart. He puts upon my shoulders. You're my friend, Samuel Ayers. And I'm not usually one to befriend idiots. Come with us to Peyton. I will in time. I mean today. Now. The whistle of the train blows as the doors open. Sam, that's us. There's still somebody I need to find. Also, why is it that Yao is so dead set in finding Briggs? We do not see each other again. It is not your fault. Goodbye, Samuel Ayers. Sam, they're loading up the luggage. We have to get on board. Yao leaves, not giving me much more of a chance to stand around and hesitate. I'm not sure if good dick would, get him to stay. Or, good butt. Just saying. I always want to leave this godforsaken place. But now that I have the opportunity, more or less no choice. The moments where all the people of my life were coming together to build something that worked. It all tears itself apart again. And we're all left as nomads. Travelers without a home. Fuck you, Echo. Fuck you for hurting me. Fuck you for hurting Nikolai. Fuck you for hurting William. Fuck you for hurting Yao. Fuck you for hurting all those people you forced together before tearing them apart. And fuck you for the promise of better days and a better life. And now that you're nothing, may nobody stumble upon you on some godforsaken path. May nobody slip through you on their way to bigger, better places. And may nobody remember your name. One year later. What's wrong? If the bench is forward, it's not facing the sun. So, that's a good thing? But it's looking into the street. You want to pick a direction before we turn the damn bench again? Are we all just staying together? We're sweating our asses off over here. It's also hard work to maximize that comfort. Thank you for selecting the wooden wind chime. We all remember the stories, even if you never bothered to elaborate. I would if I could, my friend. Perhaps it was something in the frequency of their sound That bothered me, but their presence alone was enough. So long as he's letting us board for free, all hail the King of Comfort. Who says it's for free? I need more furniture. Provide the materials and tools, and I'll provide the handiwork. If you start on the bunks, it'll be a lot more comfortable than the floor. Ain't nothing wrong with the floor. Straight timber is the best for your back. I'm not sharing my bed again. Good thing too, you take up twice your body size anyhow. We'll scoot the bench a little too hard forward. The pain in my paw lines up like a fire. Fuck! Ah shit, your paw again, ain't it? It's fine. That's good, Nick? He tilts his head and scrunches the bench. Yeah, I think it works. Good, because me and Sam aren't taking 20. Let's get you something for the pain, okay? I hear this opium is pretty good for you. I want to say I'm fine, but he's getting pushy. Be right back, everybody. I hear a click as William turns on the gas stove. So, what did you really want to say? Wait, did people have gas stoves? I hear him fill the teapot with water. Then he places it on the surface. A match strikes and the flame lights up. Just so you know, Rick's returned to the mining operation. He's practically ceased total control. They never found Mr. Hendricks? William shakes his head. No, but the missus is giving him hell. And thanks to the evidence we compiled, she's trying to pin the fire on him too. Can we testify against him? To who? Weren't you taking this to the state? Yeah, but it's gotta work its way up to the federal level. He's already trying to place the blame on y'all, you know? I flinch. With what fucking evidence? Don't need much evidence if you got enough people mad at you. And you can hand over a few dead foreigners and a homosexual prostitute. It do be like that. But his evidence is weak, and the counter-evidence against him is stacking up. You really think people would take our side against his in federal court? Not really, no. But the widow Hendricks? She's as sweet as her ice cream, ain't she? Probably not a dishonest bone in her body, as far as the legal system is concerned. The fact that her family is wealthy doesn't hurt. So things are going to be fine? Should be, so long as you keep your head down and never go back to Echo. Why? Knowing how you thought of the place, I thought you'd be sighing with relief. I was just hoping to hear from Cynthia is all. He looks at me with some concentration. You mean you haven't? I hold my finger up and walk to the cabinet. I pull out a drawer and remove the top, leaving the envelope underneath. Then I walk back to the table and plop the letter on the surface. That's door seal. Go ahead, open it. The coyote flips the top open quickly and smooths this out on the table. He pulls two things from the middle of the envelope. One is a picture of the old staff at the stag last year. The other is a browned, formal-looking piece of paper. So, Tora gave you the deed, huh? She gave Cynthia the deed. You think I'd still have it if I had seen? You think I'd still have it if I seen her? Need me to track her down? That would be helpful. Though sometimes I wonder if she might not want to be found. Doesn't hurt to try. There's another reservation on Echo's Edge. I hear some of the girls from the hip were staying there until things got fixed up. Not that I think things will ever get fixed up. I hear the fire in the mine is still going. You think she's there? I think she could be. Ain't ever going back to check again, though. And I don't want you going back there either. I'll go there from time to time, but I don't exactly plan to stay. Especially not at night. Don't even think about entertaining the idea that she's going back. I don't even entertain the idea that she's going back. And maybe she didn't. But if she's there, I'll find her. Okay? I pull the envelope back off the table. Okay. Knowing her, she's doing just fine somewhere. Regardless, I'd like to be sure. Well, that's something I can be good for. I'll get you an answer someday. You promise? Yeah, I promise, Sam. He presses his forehead to mine and muscles the fur on the back of my head. That's slurry about Lord Kroll's plans for now, huh? I smile at that. I remember Kroll meaning king in Nick's language. Lord King is silly enough to fit. Outside, I expect Nick to be the first thing I see in front of the steps. But instead, it's a tiger. Adler. No need to be cold with me, Yao. I don't police no more. So you have other reasons to be alone with Sam? Private ones, yeah. Not too private, I hope. Nick does not like to share anything. Or everything. They stare at each other in silence. Then, they both look at me and start to crack up. What's going on? They're both besmirching my good character. Oh, come on now, Sam. Everyone knows you're a loose as rubber band. Pulling Sam, it will not be tolerated. Unless he's not cleaning his dishes. Thank you, Nick. And he remembers not to use the nice silver when we're eating for casual occasions. I surely not, Yao. Hey, you're alive! As if you never save the appropriate silver for appropriate times, Yao Lin. But we did not use to have nice silver. Just because you have money now doesn't mean you have class. The wisest conclusion to come to is that we have no need for class in this country. Oh yeah, good thing we don't have a class system in this country, huh? That is what people lacking fancy say. Yes. How's the search for work going? I have found something already. Good. I could not stand if you were idle. You can rile me later when we are alone. I think these guys were a thing, because I remember that there was like that one message. Disable's ears redden. They're building an electric plant. I've already secured the position. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, how's it that they have microphones or something like that? Sounds dangerous. No more dangerous than your old job. Hearts are heavy things. Men have heavier things than hearts when they're blessed, and it keeps things a whole lot more simple. Oh, look at that. Picture time. I say that a little too loudly, and I think everybody must be looking at me. But they ain't. It's easy to forget yourself when you're surrounded by people you've been through hell with together. I'm wondering if this seat right here is the rabbit guy, like if we pick somebody else. But it's just ordinary for us. And the fact that any of us are still here makes me stop worrying. If only for a little while. Hey, happy ending, kinda. I mean, many people died. Sam? Sam. The window's open. I feel warm air sift through my fur as the sunlight peeks through the blonde curtains. Get up, Sam. I'm sorry. My head hurts just a bit. It's another one of those days? Maybe. Could be just that I slept funny. We used to be able to sleep on hard wooden slats. Might be better for our backs now. Are we supposed to be older now? I brought you breakfast. Rose-hip tea. And there's these croissants from the new place downtown, where the butter melts in your mouth. Though there are plenty of sausages if you don't want something too buttery. Some aspirin would be delicious. Of course. Bring it right away. He stumbles backwards out of the room. Kills me how much energy he has in the morning, even at his age. Can't be helped, I suppose. I roll my neck and slip out of bed. Thankfully, it's not too hot to slip into my robes. I hear Nick re-entering the room with a glass and another plate as he twirls around the radiator and slips them onto the tray in my bed. Your medicine. Does he have more fluffy hair? It does look like he's a bit older, like a bit more hair here and some bags right here. I smile at him as he puts them in my paw. Thanks. It should kick in fast. No rush. You seem happy. I'm often happy when I'm with you, Sam. No, I mean, something's different. You're in too good of mood. He drops a roll of paper onto my lap. Read the headline. You know I don't read the paper. You should this time. I sigh and squint the paper. Echo mine owner guilty of gross negligence. What? Are rich people going to jail? CSGC shutting down for good. Huh. That old bag of shit still alive? If you can call it that. Looks like things didn't go his way after the fires. Willem never could pin the fires on him, could he? No, but he did a good job at making his life hard. It says here, Miranda Cosgrove, Cordelia Hendricks, and William Adler credited as key witnesses. Now, who's Miranda? I'll just look it up. Miranda Cosgrove is apparently an American actress / singer born in 1993, meaning she's younger than I am. Yeah, I know. Better late than never, I suppose. My eyes narrowed down on Hendricks. Did they really never find James? They may have, but I never follow it closely. You think we would have heard about him if they did? I'd at least expect to get pictures of his chest sent to me in the mail. Nick starts laughing. Then he laughs a bit too hard. You alright? His laugh turns into a full-on wheeze, and then he nods, water in his eyes. He sputters for a while, and it takes him some time to recover. I rub his back, waiting, listening for the wind chimes just outside the window. I never found out why Dimitri didn't like the sounds they made, but we got one after the day he passed. Who's Dimitri? Oh, the bear! Tell you what. You eat most of my breakfast for me, and I'll draw us a bath. You could use a soak in hot water. At least eat the sausages. It's fine. Samuel. I pluck one off the plate with my bare paws and rip into it, chewing as I go. Brought you silverware. Once I'm out on the front door, I hear a quick knock. I open the door and look down. There's a package. If it's what I expect it is, it's perfect timing. When I get back inside, I feel a silly sense of pride as I turn on the knob and wait for the water to heat up. It's a hell of a lot easier to draw a bath these days than it used to be. But there's something tender about it that makes me giddy. I wait for the water to get too hot for my paws. Then, I add a bit of liquid soap and a bit of anise oil so the room smells like licorice. As the tub fills, I rip open the box with my claws. Jackpot. Is it ready? Oh, gonna have to, censor that. No. Though I can see that you are naked. We used to get naked all the time without having to wait for the perfect temperature. Maybe you did. I hadn't prepared the perfect temperature for clients plenty back when I had to rely on the stove. It was exciting to always meet somebody new, to figure out what made them like to move. Sounds like you miss it. Some parts of it, sure. I don't miss pretending that spending time with you was work, though. Take a look at this. I throw in a toy duck into the water. Don't break anything! Calm down, look. It floats. Is wood? Wait, is it wood? You threw it pretty hard. It's made of rubber. Oh! It's smooth. It's squishy. How is this possible? New production methods, I suppose. Thought you'd like it. It moves fast when I push it. I think about saying something at the moment, but he's too invested in showing the thing around the water. He slaps it repeatedly, submerging it, laughing each time it resurfaces. Say, Nick. Why do you really like ducks so much as you do? He rolls his eyes. There's no particular reason. But the day of my sister's wedding, there were ducks. These days, after violence in my country, on the river, there were ducks. When I came to this country, in the harbor, in the lakes, there were ducks. Usually close by the duck honks, you would often hear people laughing. You could hear popcorn machines popping, or a calliope music sounding off. Where there were ducks, there were always people. And when there's the sounds of people, there's always the reminder that another morning is soon to come. Profound. Like I said, no particular reason. Associations with associations, nothing more. The water's fine. Let's get in. And another thumbnail. I'm grateful we could afford a tub to contain us both. I'm grateful there exists a tub to contain us both. It won't be so impressive if you keep on skipping breakfast. What? Are you happy with me, Sam? Now there's a loaded question. I just meant, if you could have done things differently, would you have? Hell if I know. Also, we got 2 ducks now? As you can see there. That sounds like a problem for some other me. Like the whole timeline things. I heard this guy talked about it. It's weird. And don't see things anymore, do you? For a long while. No. As good. I don't know what it means, frankly. I still wonder, of course. Wonder what? About what's out there, past being alive. But then sometimes I figure it ain't my fucking business. If I never know, I never know. If I never do, then I will. Wait, if I ever do, then I will. Start for getting philosophical. Has y'all's boyfriend been teaching you words? Philosophical ain't that fancy. I find you very fancy. Hey, Nick. Yes, Sam? Nada, si, kochen. I love you too. Sweet. Yay, it's much better than the last ending that I had. Not in this game, but in Echo, which was Flynn's ending, and it's like, ooh, that's a terrible ending. It's kind of funny thinking back, because I remember my friend playing this game a long time ago, and I didn't play it, but then I was like, okay, I think I'll play it, and then I played it, and then we'd talk about it, and then I'm not sure if he has played a visual novel in a long time. I need to send him a message, even though I sent him one a couple of days ago, just being like, hey, how it be? I don't remember this thing right here, but it do be like that. Sometimes. I guess while that's going, just look over here for a hot second. Smoochies. Is he the guy from Murdoch's Root? It's kind of funny, when I was looking at their subscribe stars, sorry, I got hiccups. It was like, they only had like 19 subscribers, which is Not a lot. I'm not sure if people decide not to or they just don't know about it. You know? I don't know. It's a whole thing. Hey, yeah. Just want to peer into the Azalutes. See how this goes. Yep, that's still to be continued. To be continued. So the only thing that's left is William's route, which is the first route I went into. I know there's this thing between, like, I don't know, maybe William gets some side stuff, or if, you know, things and stuff go on. You know? Because it's been a hot minute since we've done him. Let's see, extras, William's thing. Yeah, it's been forever. Like, I remember there was, like, he meets his family that, like, they come work for the Hendrixes. Well, maybe that was the kid that was working at the Hendrixes' place. And, like, some random shooting at the, courthouse, and then we find, like, what's his name? Dead. Do we have notebook? Notes. It's probably nothing. Slick fellas. When they were... Oh yeah, she had a miscarriage. Yeah, we'll come back to this at some point. I might just, like, pull up my old videos and be like, okay, so what the hell happened here? Because, oh fuck, we forgot to start submitting Summer Paradise. We're gonna have to do that. Because I completely forget sometimes because, you know, when you're working long hours and stuff like that. Not long hours, but kind of like, you know, stuff and things. So, end of this, let's place a comment, because I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow. They knew your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to their subscribe star where you can get it for monies. I think it's $5 per thing and stuff. And until next time, on another Let's Play, me, GamerWolfSix of Echo. I do have to check how many things there is, because usually as my thing goes on, it's, hey, do we bump up against, you know, brick wall of things or end a route? Well, then we're gonna have to switch it to something else. I do wonder what that something else is, though I might give a little bit of, you know, leeway with this game because it, I'm not sure how long William's route is, but since we've already done a bit of it, I don't think it would be too long. Let's see, it would be 21 for this, which would mean next up would be Furry Shades of Gay? And then what else? What is the last thing that we have or have not posted? Sorry for holding you guys up. I just kind of want to look. And I guess you're coming along with me. Next up to be posted would be, oh, the smoke room. I guess we could do a little Furry Shades of Gay and then back to the smoke room. Anyways, until next time, me, GamerWolfSix of the smoke room. So thanks and see ya.